What is up, everybody? It's your boy Kimbo Pickles. I'm back with another video. As you guys can see, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. That way you know when the next video goes up live on YouTube. Oh, so I'm sitting here looking at where I'm going to stop tonight. I'm only driving about 142 miles from where I'm at right now. I get there probably about 8 o'clock. I still got to get this trailer washed out and get it fueled. I just finished out a 34-hour reset, and I really wasn't planning on doing a 34, but I needed a break. So I guess it worked out in the long run, because my next load doesn't pick up till tomorrow evening, Tuesday, as a matter of fact, tomorrow evening. So I've been down since Sunday morning. I've been sitting here since Sunday morning. And there was a guy that was parked in here beside me, another Hirschbach driver. Then there's another Hirschbach driver over here. Matter of fact, there's two of them sitting over here. There's one that's got a ballpark Frank trailer, and then the other one, I'm assuming he's an owner-operator, but he's sitting over there somewhere. And I don't know. And there's another one sitting down there. So I don't know if he's an owner. No, he's a company driver. Yeah, so I'm sitting here contemplating where I want to stop tonight, because there's not a whole lot of places between here and Kansas where you can stop. I'm down here close to Oklahoma City right now. There's not too many places between here and Kansas. I'm about 150 miles from the border, and it hopefully won't take me that long to get up there. I've still got to get this trailer washed out. I've still got to get some fuel in it, because I need to drop it with fuel. And yeah, but you guys didn't come to this channel or come to this video to hear about what I'm planning on doing here. You come for the drama. And I can understand why, because it's interesting, right? Trucking is interesting. It really, really is. And it gets even more interesting when you fire your dispatcher. And I unfortunately had to let mine go this morning. You know what? I turned that crap off. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm trying to let the damn truck warm up. I've already done the pre-trip. I'm just sitting here waiting on this truck to warm up. Anyways, that's another thing too. A lot of, you know what? The people who put the what do you call it? The idle shutdown crap on these trucks. They have no clue how to run a diesel engine. They have no clue how to run any kind of engine. Because if they did, they would understand these engines have to warm up. These vehicles have to warm up, or you're going to break something. And that's another reason I sit and let it idle for a little while. But anyways, so this may be kind of a long video. I hope you guys do watch the entire thing. It's going to explain a lot. So, just to let you know, it's going to explain quite a bit. Now, I've been thinking about letting my dispatcher go for a while. Well, ever since before home time. My last home time, which was beginning of February. Okay? Now, what set this whole thing in motion was hours of service. Well, that and a condescending freaking attitude. But anyway, that's besides the point. So it just seemed like, I was being a nice guy and everything, and my dispatcher was taking advantage of me because he was taking my kindness for a weakness. And what he doesn't know is that the load that I took down to Iowa City before I went home, I'd actually been up, when I delivered that load, I'd been up for 22 and a half hours. I've been awake for 22 and a half hours. And I'm sorry, but he didn't give me a chance to explain that I didn't take a 10-hour break. I've been awake the entire time that I was down there in Iowa City getting unloaded, because there's no way that I was going to try to go to sleep at that point. And because there's no point. I mean, after that I was going to take a break anyways. I was actually going to take a break. I wasn't expecting to do a 34, but I ended up doing a 34. But before I did the 34, he calls me, and this is the crazy thing about it. He calls me in some sort of a panic because I had run out of hours. I had 5 hours to run total for 2 days. So, yeah, why not take a 34, right? But here he is. He calls me in a panic because I've only got 5 hours to run between 2 days. And he wants me to fudge my logs. And what I mean by fudge my logs, I mean he wants me to edit my logs to find hours to run for the next 2 days. I wasn't doing it. I was not doing it. So, apparently he didn't like that. I can't say that I don't blame him. I mean, I had run my damn hours out, like completely out. And it wasn't anything that I was doing. I wasn't staying on duty for long periods of time, except for to do pre-trips, post-trips, and to do on-duty yard move at customers and stuff like that, to move the trailers and stuff around the yards. That's all I was doing. I wasn't, I wasn't staying on duty to do it on purpose. I mean, I was doing it for a reason. I didn't like that. So, I mean, it's basically a damned if you do and a damned if you don't situation when it comes to something like that. So, anyways, he had a case of the ass because of that. But I didn't get to explain anything. I didn't get to explain that I'd been up for 22 and a half hours or nothing. And then he sends me up to, where was it? Belvedere, Illinois. From Iowa City, Iowa to Belvedere, Illinois. But between there and Belvedere, I stopped at, what's the name of that damn town? East Dubuque. And I sat there for another 30 hours waiting on that load up there in Belvedere. So, 64 hours I was down. 64 hours. So going into home time, or when I was supposed to get paid coming out of home time, I went negative because of it. That pretty much set this whole ball in motion. because of all that, well, because of that, you know, I kind of ran out of a little bit of money. So I haven't been tapping into my savings, but by God, it aggravated me. And it aggravated me quite a bit. And then it just seems like one thing happened after another, and they want to stick their nose in everything that I've been doing. They want to stick their nose in every load that I've been doing. And I got news for them. Enough's enough. All right. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to get this trailer washed out. What is this guy doing? You know, they would do this. Like, there'd be a guy pull up in here as soon as I decide that I'm going to get my damn trailer washed out. That would happen to me, wouldn't it? Alright, well, they got both bays open, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull over here. Is he going to pull up in there or not? So anyways, but that's not the first time that he's done what he's done. He actually pushed me one time to almost go over on my 14-hour clock. I had taken a load, and we didn't realize that the time on it was a little short. And so we had to, how can I put it? We had to repower the load so that when somebody else come to get it, they were able to come and I was able to meet them at the place where they needed to be, you know, where we needed to meet up at, right? Well, the guy told me when he got there, because I got there with 3 minutes to spare on my 70-hour clock. So I had to do a 34-hour reset anyways. But the guy had told me, he says, I wasn't very far from where you actually left from to come up to where we're at now. And I said, really? And he tried to get me to fudge my logs then too. He tried to get me to edit my logs to where there were more hours on there than what I actually had. So that was 2 times he actually did. The first time that he did it was that load there, and that was before I quit the first time. And I'm not going to fudge my logs for anybody either. I don't care who you are. And my hours of service are just that. My hours of service. It's the way it goes. If I run out of hours, that's me. I'm not going to fudge my logs just so you can get me to run more time and more loads. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love the money, but I'm not going to fudge my logs and have to worry about getting caught later on down the road editing my logs just so you find more hours to run loads. Just not doing it. Because anything can happen. You can get a real dick of a DOT officer, and that would be the nail in the coffin right there. And I don't need that. And neither does the company. So I'm not fudging my logs for anybody. And here's the thing. My contract, since I am a lease operator, my contract is between me, Hirschbach, and the leasing company for this truck. But I still own the company that I'm running under my LLC. I still own that company. I have to make money for that company. I can't do that if I'm going negative. And I'm tired of being taken advantage of. And that's exactly what it is, man. They say nice guys finish last. Boy, they ain't kidding. I think I'm a pretty nice guy when it comes to, putting up with a bunch of bullshit. And I'm just not putting up with it anymore. And I have no clue. I don't have any idea who my new dispatcher is. I have no idea who they are. No clue. I don't know when I'm going to find out either. I'm surprised I got a load today. Some of these Hirschbach drivers have been sitting here for a while. So I guess I'm pretty lucky that I'm actually got a load. Unless they're staged up. Which they could be. They could be staged up and waiting to deliver. That one right there looks like it's got a seal on it. I don't know about that one over there. I see two of them just sitting right here. And I'm lucky to be running. I really am. But I'm also not going to fudge my logs for anybody to keep running. Not doing it. And then on top of that, they act like, when you get a load, when they give you a load and you're running recap hours and they give you a load and they're like, are you going to make on-time delivery? Well, you gave me the flipping load, right? You gave me the load. So, am I going to make on-time delivery? Did you do the math before you gave me the load? Apparently not. So, what the hell? That's my thoughts on it. Of course, I don't say that to them because, I don't want to be the dick. I don't want to be the asshole. But I did get a case of the ass Friday. Today's Monday. I did get a case of the ass Friday when my dispatcher when my ex-dispatcher was calling me up saying, he was calling me up asking me about on-time delivery, and he did it 3 times. He texted me when I was driving, and I'd forgotten all about it. Then he called, and here I am in sleeper berth now, mind you, getting ready to go to bed. And he calls. I let it go to voicemail. He didn't leave me a voicemail. Then he sends me another text. He needs to know ETA. And that's when I get a case of the ass, because I'm getting ready to lay down and go to bed. And I call him up, and I'm telling you right now, as tired as I was, and as disoriented I was, because I just laid down and I felt like straight ass. I felt like ass for the past 3 weeks. Tuesday will be 3 weeks that I've had to deal with this crap in my chest. And I'm not happy about it one bit. So I've been fighting the flu, chest congestion, and all that. I've been fighting all that on top of driving and maintaining my hours. And that's not easy to do. I'm telling you that right now. But anyways, so I called him back and I said, bro, I said, it's going to get there. It's going to get there on time. The load's going to get there on time. Why are you guys giving me loads if you don't think they're going to get there on time? That's my mentality. But I didn't say that portion to him. I said, it's going to get there on time. And of course, he just starts in on his crap, saying, I'm covering my ass and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if you're covering your ass. Because you sure as hell ain't covering mine. If you're signing off on loads that you think are going to be late, and then calling me, harassing me about on-time delivery, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. And that needs to be addressed. And like I said, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not. But I'm also not going to put up with that shit either. And then the condescending attitude, man. It's like I get talked down to, like I'm lower than garbage or something. That really pisses me off. I guarantee you I got a higher education than that dude. I got a higher education than a lot of those people in that office up there. The peanut gallery. But the thing is, I don't flaunt it. Like, they don't know that I have a higher education. They have no clue. And to be honest with you, higher education really don't mean nothing. You could have a PhD and still be an idiot. But that's besides the point. I'm trying to be Mr. Nice Guy and not throw that crap up in people's faces. But y'all act like I'm freaking stupid or something. I trip plan. I don't trip plan at 60 mile an hour. I trip plan at 50 mile an hour. And if I can't make it at 50 mile an hour, there's something wrong. And that's the reason I'm on time every single time. Because when I trip plan, I do it at 50 mile an hour. It kind of makes you, I don't know, when you're going down the road and you see that time kind of you're gaining time as you're going down the road, it makes you feel good. Like, I can look over here at my clock and be like, okay, well, I've got 5 hours. Let's say I got 5 hours left on my drive time, and it's saying I got 5 hours and 30 minutes left to be there. I'm going to make up that difference real quick at 70 mile an hour. And I'm going to get to the place where I need to stop for the night, and I'm going to get there early. And I'm not going to talk to somebody. I'm not going to sit back and talk to somebody about these problems because they wouldn't be taken care of to begin with. They would not be taken. That's the key words right there. They would not be taken care of. And it doesn't matter how many times that you fill out the form for Workhound. Workhound's is basically a thing that asks you how the company's doing and all that stuff. It doesn't matter how many times you fill that crap out, and how many of those damn things you fill out, and how many forms you could fill the whole damn thing, the whole form. And it would not make a difference. It does not make a difference. They're not going to address the issues. The issues are people. And I know, brother, I'm telling you right now, there are a lot of lazy freaking drivers out there. I'm not one of them. I am not a lazy driver. I will drive circles around these people. Consistently drive circles around these people. I know, because I've done it. I've done it sick. I try not to do it sick, but sometimes you just don't have any options. Like, you really don't have an option. People can talk hours of service all day long. If you run your damn clock out every freaking week, are you going to make money? Yeah. You make a lot of money? They want you to run recaps all the time so they can just keep you running. Now, how many miles you actually doing, they just want to keep you running. A lot of times you can run hard during the week. During the beginning of the week, you can run really, really hard. 800-mile load, you finish out 600 miles in a day. Next day, you knock out the last 400. Easy peasy. Then, you got all that time that you can sit, watch YouTube videos or whatever, cat videos, whatever floats your boat. Some places you can drop early. Some places you can't. Walmart, you can't. Walmart, Target, there's a lot of different places you can't. I know Walmart and Target, to name a few. Procter & Gamble, Church and Dwight, a lot of times you can't deliver early to those places. They don't want you to. A lot of times it's because they just don't have enough room for the product in the warehouse. So if you drop it early, it's just going to sit in the trailer and it's going to waste fuel sitting there. And by the time they do get it in the door, a lot of these places, I don't know about Walmart. I know I have been to a few Targets that actually have outside vendors come in and unload the trailers and stuff. But I know that there are a few places out there that they'll let that damn trailer sit there until it's quarter damn tank. Then they'll bring it into the door, and once it's in the door, they'll leave it sitting there for another 8 to 10 hours and almost run it completely out of damn fuel. And then the company wants to come back and blame you because you dropped it early. The reason I have I get conflicting answers about a lot of things. Like, when I worked for Prime, I got a lot of conflicting answers about whether I should call the receiver, the shippers and receivers, and ask them if I can drop the load early or not. And if I can drop the load early, that'd be great. But the way they got these I don't understand it. Like, I really don't understand it. Like, they got these loads that want to be picked up at like 6 p.m., right? The load needs to be picked up at 6 p.m. and then delivered 6 p.m. 2 days from the time that you picked it up. So you pick it up on the 18th, and then you got to drop it on the 20th. 800 miles. And don't get me wrong, I can do 800 miles in that amount of time. It's not that difficult. Do 600 miles one day, the first day, run your clock all the way down, and then the next day just finish it out. I can be there if I run. I can be there by the night of the 29th or the 19th. The morning of the 19th, probably. Wow, this is taking a whole lot longer than it should. Anyways, guys. Oh, chewy. Look at that. Already freaking tired. Hadn't even started my day yet, and I'm already yawning. But if you haven't done so already, hit the like and subscribe button. If you made it this far, definitely hit the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching the channel. Like I said, guys, I don't like complaining about stuff. But this is something that needs to be told. And I just hope that you guys understand the reasoning behind this. But anyways, hit the like and subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys coming out and watch the channel. And yeah, notification bell. And yeah. I'll see you guys next video. All right. I'm out.